Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble. Feel this time.
I just wanted to see how long I could wait. Jeez. Everyone all set? Cocked? Locked? Here we go. Your dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. We're delighted you're here, and we're broadcasting 2 hours from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains. There's a link to your instructors on the website, USAPREPARES.com. Podcasts are free. Converging threats are confronted daily by your instructors. I'm Vincent Finelli. Trevor is engineering the broadcast in Minnesota. Captain John Ragan's with us. Welcome, Captain John Regan.
Good morning, Vincent.
Hey, John, you sound like you're right next to me. Sounds good. Sounds good. Did you guys move? Again?
Not yet. That's not.
Hey, John, we got to meet up tonight at Jimmy's Egg, 445 in Springfield, Missouri. A lot of us are going to risk our lives traveling to Springfield, Missouri for our Monday night meetup. We are going to try to avoid the Blue Plague and all arrive at Jimmy's Egg on Battlefield in Springfield, Missouri, starting at 4:45. And it's movie night. I've got a video that I'd like to share, and Mike Wasson is going to be talking about the Blue Plague and men in black dresses and how to deal with them. So, the Blue Plague and men in black dresses, what to say, what not to say, and how to do well, we'll call it battle. How to do battle using their rules against them. That's tonight at Jimmy's Egg. John Regan, I was thinking when I was in high school, I had a great opportunity. I was offered a job at an auto parts store, an independent auto parts store on the East Coast. And this auto parts store was not like an O'Reilly's or an AutoZone or an Advance Auto or a Pep Boys. It wasn't like that. It was independent. They could sell anything they wanted. It was a mom and pop store, and it was great. They had top quality brands. I mean, they had the best of the best. And I noticed that they had a lot of different products, and back then it wasn't computerized. This was back in the 1970s. So when a customer came in, you had to know what a part was. You literally had to know what a muffler was, what a starter, an alternator, fan belts, V belts, different widths of V belts, different lengths, diameters of tailpipes, and the grades of bolts and nuts, meaning the hardness, the strength, those kind of things. You need to know about points and condensers and spark plugs and heat ranges and the resistance of spark plug wires. I mean, it's just on and on and on. Well, I was a gearhead back then, and I used to race cars and build engines and drag race. My American Motors vehicle, I had an AMX at the time. I still have that very same AMX. But bottom line was I was interested in machinery. And so I opened up every single box in the store, and when customers weren't there, so that when a customer came to the counter and said, do you have one of these? And I go, I do. We do. We have, actually, we have that in two different types. And let me get them for you. And I would bring them to the counter, and I say, let me open the box. And I'd show them to them, and I'd say, now this one, the reason that this one is a good choice is because, and the reason this other one is a good choice is because, and if you'd like, I'll help you make that decision because they're a different price. And I would be able to explain the differences, the pros and the cons, and why one was more expensive and which was better suited for the application. John Regan, that doesn't happen anymore. When you go to buy anything today, even if you go to an AutoZone, an O'Reilly Auto Parts store, an Advance Auto, Pep Boys, very rarely does anyone make any suggestions to you. Very rarely do they say. As a matter of fact, it's so rare, I don't remember it happening at all in the last 10 years. Salespeople today have no clue what they're doing. They can hit keys on a keyboard. They know 26 keys and 10 numbers, but on the keyboard, but they don't know what they're selling for the most part. They have no clue. What do you think about that?
On top of that, they might be prohibited. If they say something that the computer doesn't tell them, you might be liable for a lawsuit.
That's ridiculous, you know that? And I remember when a guy would buy, want a muffler, I would say something like, based on my experience selling this particular muffler for that particular vehicle, not only do most people need to get the muffler at a specific mileage, I would say that, the pipe that connects the muffler, that usually is very weak and will come apart and will be destroyed when you go to take the old muffler off. So you might want to consider getting this other piece of pipe with it, and the inlet diameter is 2 inches, the exhaust diameter is 2 1/4 inches, and you might want to get the muffler clamps if you don't have them already. So, and by the way, and if you don't need them, you can always bring them back. And I say because it sounds like you want to do this on Saturday, and depending on how it goes, it might go into Sunday, and we're closed on Sunday. So I would try to help them. Now, some might say that was suggestive selling, and I was selling them more stuff that they didn't need, and that really wasn't my intention. My intention was so that they wouldn't get home and say, "Geez, I can't believe it, I forgot the muffler clamps," or "Why didn't that guy tell me I needed muffler clamps?" You know what I'm saying? So I would say that if you put some liquid wrench on the threads of the muffler clamp, you might be able to save it. And here's how to do it: first you tighten it, then you loosen it, and that's the best way to do it. Let that liquid wrench soak in for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I try to save them money, and they could always bring those clamps back. And you know what? Our store sales went up about 25% within about 6 or 7 months of me being there. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. What I'm saying is I just took the approach that I guess people would want to be treated the way I'd want to be treated. But we don't do that anymore. And I find it upsetting. I really do, because now people, now you go to the store and you go, well, I know that guy doesn't have a clue. He's behind the counter. Why would he have a clue? If he really knew what he was doing, he'd be a mechanic, right? Isn't that how it goes?
And soon it'll be robots doing that.
Yeah. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, Hillary Clinton is running for a gun salesperson of the year. Well, actually, at first I thought, there's no way anyone could beat Barack Obama for gun salesman of the year. But it looks like Hillary Clinton, we can vote for her. So, class, if you're thinking about buying a firearm, you can vote for Hillary Clinton by buying a guns80.com AR-15 kit. That's what our daughter did. As a matter of fact, she and all of her friends are buying them. And I'm not kidding. Yeah, they're voting. They're voting for Hillary Clinton, who announced that she's running for, what would you call her? Emperor? Empress? What would you call her?
And will Valerie Jarrett give up her office?
Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. So I know that Hillary Clinton really has her sights set on firearms. Weapons, guns, pistols, rifles, shotguns. I know she does. As a matter of fact, John, at the Get Prepared Expo, there was a guy selling ammo boxes. I don't know if you saw him. He probably had like 50 of them, 50 ammo boxes, 50 caliber ammo boxes, $10 a piece. He sold out, within a few hours. Yeah. and rightfully so. So I recommend that if you have the opportunity to get, and these are brand new, if you have a chance to get ammo boxes, you can store your cartridges in there the last decades. If you keep them cool and dry, keep the air from getting to them. Put your cartridges in those military ammo boxes. I don't know how much they cost outside of the expo, but they were $10 a piece at the expo for the 50 caliber size. Anyway, we keep nuts and bolts and screws and all kinds of things in them here because that stuff is so expensive. Ammo boxes, when I bought them, they were $3 a piece for the 30 caliber. And the 50 caliber, which is a larger size, $10. And by the way, if you have silver, you can put about $1,000 face value of silver in a 50 caliber ammo can. What a great way to go. Keep the oxygen from exchanging. So you might want to get some 30 caliber and 50 caliber ammo boxes for your precious metals. Yep. And if you put about $1,000 face in there, it weighs about 70 pounds, and that ammo can hold it. You can carry it with a handle. I mean, it's heavy, but it won't come apart. John Regan, you've got a lot of news. Where are we going to start?
Oh boy, is there a lot. I've been toying with the idea of taking the spy tech, control, and big picture sections and just combine it into one section called button pushers.
Oh, man.
It's bad.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start at the top then, wherever you want.
We'll start at the top of financial. Walgreens euthanizes 200 stores. There's not a lot of detail about this yet, but the economy is so great. Walgreens in that healthcare sector, which is the one where the money's been going to, is having to close 200 stores to save $1.5 billion over 3 years. That had originally set a target for saving $1 billion during that time frame. So just another signpost to look at.
Yeah, and John, as you look at the Walgreens stores, I don't know of any real old Walgreens stores. I mean, not in this part of the world. Maybe they have some old ones, but I can't imagine. I don't think I've ever seen a Walgreens that's older than 20 years old. I'm talking about the physical building. So the question in my mind is, who at Walgreens said, hey, let's open 200 stores and we're going to close them within the next 20 years? What a great idea. Let's do that. Who did that? Who proved that? What were they thinking? John Regan, I'll be right back. This is USAPrepares.com. I'm Vincent Finelli. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years. The rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
John Regan's with us. And John, I want to let you know that in our class that I was on the phone with Ed Marvini over the weekend. Ed Marvini is the CEO of UserSight, usersight.com, USERSIGHT.com. He has developed the website for us and for Dr. Richard Allen Miller, as well as many, many others. And he's updated our website. He's changed the theme. Now, as you know, we were attacked by a lawyer on the East Coast because he said that we infringed a photo copyright, and we told him to stuff it. And so we changed our theme, and the theme didn't work well with the shopping cart. So Ed has changed the theme to one that will work with the shopping cart. And so we are now putting on Pro Pure water filtration systems, seed kits, and diatomaceous earth. And for those of you who are interested in diatomaceous earth, we have food grade diatomaceous earth, and it will be available very, very soon on the website. I'm taking it. Aaron Dakins is taking it. John Regan takes it. And it's earthworkshealth.com. Earthworks, EARTHWORKS, health.com. And you can buy it there right now if you'd like. They can ship it to you immediately. We had cases of it at the Get Prepared Expo. We sold out in hours, literally. earthworkshealth.com. And so they are advertising with us. They are a sponsor, and we will be selling their product as well as they will be selling it. So that's coming up in the very near future. So you can, if you want to get it right now, just go to earthworkshealth.com and you can get a canister, 2.5 pounds, and I think it's about $11. And they'll ship it to you, and you can start taking that. There's plenty of information at earthworkshealth.com for why you would want to consider food grade diatomaceous earth for you and your animals. John Regan, what's next?
I've got a link, as survey says, and I guess you might want to back up for those who want to follow along. We're on the news tab of the financialstateoftheunion.com. And the post is called Resources for USA Prepares, April 13th. And this survey is the Consumer Expenditure Survey done by the Labor Department. This is reported on the SHTFplan.com website with the headline, Strapped Americans Headed for Civil Unrest and Riots with Poor Spending 60% on Bare Essentials. And what it shows from the survey, pulls the chart out, the bottom 10% are spending 59%, almost 60%, just on food and housing. And even when you look at the richest 10%, they're spending 42%. And when you it's broken down food, and then you have another bar for housing, the richest 20% are spending 31% of their income on housing. The poorest 10% are spending 42%, and everybody in between is spending somewhere between 32 and 39%. So that's a big chunk right there. And in the model that I've discussed, that points were headed to a pretty big wall head on, where income is outpaced by debt service and government spending by 2020. What's in these housing costs here are largely in that as debt service. Now, food's another story, and I'm just wondering if we can take a trick out of the central banker playbook where they're going to this negative interest rate to make things work. Well, you've got all these food expenses. I wonder if we can go to negative food consumption rates to help people get by.
Well, John, actually, I wrote a commercial over the weekend addressing just, well, not exactly that, but something similar. And what I'm saying is, avoid paying taxes on food. Avoid paying taxes on food. Grow your own. And what we need to do is we need to starve the beast. We literally need to starve the machine that is taxing us into oblivion. So if we could just avoid paying sales tax, imagine that. We would have 5 to 10% more available funds if we could just avoid paying sales tax. And what I've decided to do is teach a seminar this week, Saturday and Sunday, at the RK Prepper Show in Indianapolis. So if you'd like to go, just go to usaprepares.com. There's information right on page 1 about that. That's what we need to do. We need to save money. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
I have bought a few bottles of Heart and Body Extract and have to say that it certainly does work.
That's what Jack from Michigan had to say after his experience with heart pain and what he did to treat it with Heart and Body Extract.
I actually had a huge heart flutter. I was also having some edema around my ankles and very worrisome clot in my right leg that would happen from time to time. I was trying to sleep.
Heart and Body Extract is all natural with no negative side effects. It will help repair or correct past problems associated with the heart and body circulation.
After my second bottle of Heart and Body Extract, all problems are now gone.
Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
I ordered a third bottle of Heart and Body Extract for maintenance as I want to keep everything working.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal service.
Captain John Regan's with us. TheFinancialStateOfTheUnion.com. TheFinancialStateOfTheUnion.com. Click on the news tab and you can follow along with us in class today. John, what's next?
I need to go ahead and talk about the first one out of SpyTech, DARPA Vision. I've got too much open on my computer right now, and I need to get this one discussed and closed so I can free up some resources. That link will take you to the DARPA website, and at the end of the first paragraph is a link to the report they've just released where DARPA shares its vision for the future. And keep in mind, this is an unclassified document. The classified stuff is probably even a lot scarier than what we're getting ready to cover. So I download this document. It's 41 pages for the PDF file. And the areas they're looking at is assuring dominance of the electromagnetic spectrum, improving position, navigation, and timing without the global positioning system, maintaining air superiority in contested environments, asserting a robust capacity in space, enhancing maritime agility, leading the world in advanced hypersonics, exerting control on the ground, augmenting defense against terrorism, deriving meaning from big data, building trust into information systems. And yes, I laughed when I read that. The whole big section, harness biology as technology, mastering new neurotechnologies, accelerating progress in synthetic biology, outpacing infectious disease, harnessing quantum physics, applying deep mathematics, inventing new chemistries, processes, and materials. And, you know, that's just the areas. Then it gets into a breakdown in some of these areas, like in the electromagnetic spectrum, talks about riding the gallium nitride wave. I was familiar with gallium arsenide from my early days in the Air Force, went to an ACM meeting in St. Louis, and gallium arsenide chips are resistant to EMP. Imagine gallium nitride or that plus. Silicon chips, which we have from consumer electronics, are the ones that are susceptible to being destroyed with not very much voltage at all. They're looking at delivering long-range anti-ship capabilities, creating deep ocean satellites. If you watch Sequest DSV, that's what I'm thinking of here. Expanding marine platforms for unmanned aerial vehicles, gathering high-altitude, high-resolution data, reconfiguring flight formations, advancing fuel cells for longer flight, avoiding collisions in orbit, revolutionizing prosthetics. It's a big laundry list, and we could take many shows just covering this document. But when you hear me talk about, the spy tech and control, it's not just, a guy that used to be a captain in the basement of the Pentagon. This is what the military is after today. Vincent?
I was listening, John. I was listening to the things that you didn't say. And what you said is very disturbing, of course. But what I didn't hear you say was lowering military and government pollution. I didn't hear you say lowering taxes. I didn't hear you say prolonging life. I didn't hear you say increasing freedom. I didn't hear you say improving the quality of life.
Dominance and control.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Dominance and control. That's what these guys want to do. It's outrageous.
Well, let me slip on down. I've got an article in the Fukushima session, and I called RIP. They send in a robot to check one of the reactor vessels, and the robot dies 3 hours after entering. I know Dr. Richard Allen Miller talks about Fukushima quite a bit. This place is so radioactive, a human wouldn't last in there hardly any time at all. And I'm sure they designed this robot to operate in this radioactive environment, and it only lasted 3 hours. There are no solutions, but they don't even know how to check to find out where the corium is. They don't even know where it's at. It's still in the container. Has it escaped the container? Most believe it's underneath the complex now. And it's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving.
Let's talk about insanity. My understanding is that the 2020 Olympics are going to be hosted in the city of Tokyo. Who in their right mind would make that decision? Who would confirm that decision? Who would announce that decision? What athletes would go to Tokyo? It's like one of the dumbest things we could do is host the Olympics in a radioactive hotspot. Where most of the children have some sort of thyroid disease as a result of the radioactivity. 2020 Olympics. The host city is Tokyo, Japan. It makes no sense, John. No sense.
Well, I guess the good news is that the way things are going, there might not be enough of an economy where they can pull that off. They might have to cancel.
John, there's a church in Springfield, Missouri, that was getting together, and they were doing some event, And I think that they were going to have the children go sing in Japan right after Fukushima went off. So they're going to fly all these children and the chaperones over to Japan. And I said to one of the chaperones, "Are you serious? You're going to? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. There's no radiation. Everything's fine." I said, "Are you serious? You believe that?" So they took all these children from the Ozark Mountains to Japan and for singing. There's no way I would let my child go to Japan for anything, even if he or she won a scholarship to the most prestigious university in Japan and was offered the highest paying job in Japan. I would say absolutely, positively not. It's insanity.
Ready for more good news?
I know you weren't trying to hit my button. It just happened.
I've got a couple of articles in Health called the first link, Antibiotic Side Effect, and the second one, Does This Create Stupid Voters? The first one is about a new study, antibiotics given to babies in the first 6 months of life raise risk of obesity. And while I don't have my mother around to ask anymore, I seem to remember when I was still a baby that I had to spend some time in the hospital, and I had so many injections of penicillin that it made like a J on my behind. And I'm sure usage in kids now is even worse than it was when I was young. And I just wonder, a lot of times there's not just one cause of things, there's multiple causes. And I wonder if this, on top of the high fructose corn syrup, on top of the GMOs, on top of you name it, is part of the reason we've got the problems today. And the second one, the title of the article, Can Birth Control Shrink Your Brain? A study finds the pill may alter the structure of women's minds, which the regions affected are responsible for decision-making and processing emotions. And I know I've seen studies years ago where it says that women on the pill end up selecting men that they wouldn't have otherwise selected in order to settle down with. So,
wow.
Yeah, take your pick.
John, as you were saying that, I rolled up my sleeve and I checked my injection site when I, had those childhood injections. Those injections were of sufficient strength that they damaged our skin in our arms, right? I mean, all of us baby boomers who have been injected with those childhood immunizations that have been, that our parents were told this is what you got to do, and they yielded to it, and we were injected. And they say that those injections have caused diseases. They say that those injections have caused cancers, asthma, and autism. So many diseases. As a matter of fact, we talked about thalidomide. Thalidomide was a miracle drug that would ease the discomfort of pregnancy, and so women were advised by their medical doctors to fill this prescription for thalidomide, and they had children born without legs, without arms. The feet would come out of their hips, their hands would come out of their shoulders. It just, everything was fine except the arm would be missing. It deformed fingers and toes and all kinds of limb defects as a result of modern medicine. And I even know a woman who took it. Yeah. Unfortunately, the child was born fine. But that's not the case. I met a man in Canada who had his hand coming out of his shoulder. Yeah. John Regan, I'll be right back. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com. and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
If you constantly feel run down and tired, your pH level might be low and your body could be full of toxins. If what you drink is not at a pH level of 8 or higher, you are inviting bacteria and acid to thrive in your body. But there is something you can do. Simply add 10 drops of AlkaVision plasma pH drops to your water to help your body rid itself of acidic waste, increase oxygen, and raise your pH balance to optimum levels. AlkaVision plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline minerals in the world, alkalizing the water you drink, ridding your body of acidic waste and toxins, and helping you regain energy and vibrant health. And studies show viruses, bacteria, and toxins cannot survive in an alkaline, high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision plasma pH drops at alkavision.com. That's ALKA vision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take longevity beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today.
By now you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins, but did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know bidbit.co. Why? Because bidbit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoin by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your products and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at bidbit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer BidBit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at bidbit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co. Bidbit.co.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Captain John Regan's with us. TheFinancialStateOfTheUnion.com. TheFinancialStateOfTheUnion.com. If you click on the News tab, you can follow along in class today. John John?
I put one link in the preparedness section, and this is for anybody that might not have been paying attention. There was a big tornado hit near Chicago last week, and this article has pictures of the effects of that tornado. And it's just a reminder that, we don't know what's going to hit us when, and if you're not ready, you're in worse shape than if you got at least some preparation underway. And, whether it's man-made or nature, either one can be deadly. Vincent?
John, back in 1939, way before we bought this farm, the previous family built a tornado shelter. And it's on the farm, and it's about 8 feet wide by 12 feet long. It's underground, and it looks like a coffin. If I were to describe the shape of this concrete vault, if you will, it looks like a very, very large coffin. And it has a couple stacks, 4-inch clay stacks for air inlet and outlet, and it has these sloped doors. On the East Coast, they're called Bilco doors, B-I-L-C-O, and they are doors that are on maybe a 30-degree angle, and you flip them open, and then you can run down these concrete stairs and pull the doors. So it's a very low profile, doesn't have a lot of area to catch the wind and have the doors rip off. But back in 1939, there was a concern about tornadoes. And if you look at the farms here, there are plenty of them that have very, very similar structures. So either someone built one and went to church and said, here's what I've done to build a cellar or a shelter, if you will. But there are a whole bunch of them, all scattered all over this part of the Ozarks where our farm is. So this is nothing new, John. It's nothing new. Tornadoes have been destroying buildings for a long time. And I suggest that if you don't have a tornado shelter and you live in an area where the weather's kind of rough, you might want to build one. And you can buy a tornado shelter for a few $1,000s, maybe $3,000. But before you do that, I suggest that you go in one and close the door and spend like an hour in there before you buy it and see if you can stand it. You might find out that the size of the tornado shelter that you think would be just great for your family of 6 is too small. Really. Or if you want to know what it's like, just clean out your closet, take everything out, and bring your family in there for 2 hours or an hour. See what that's like. You'll probably find out that it's too small. So go into your purchase of a tornado shelter with your eyes wide open and see and try it out. Seriously, try it out. And no matter what you do, if you have a shelter with doors that open, like if you're going to build a safe room or buy a safe room, you probably ought to get one with the doors that open inward. Because if you have them with the doors that open outward and debris lands against the door, you may not be able to get out. So make sure you have at least a pry bar, a big pry bar, and extra batteries and maybe some Calium type lights so you can see what you're doing. Back to you, Jeff. Wow, that was fast. So, John, what else do you have to say? Time's up.
And all the good buttons are ahead.
Yeah. Coming back from top of the hour news and commercial announcements, you have a full schedule for our class today. More topics than we can cover. So, and they're all important. Every single one is just as important as the others. Captain John Regan's with us. I'm Vincent Finelli. This is USA Prepares, and you can listen to us on the listen line 605-562-4080, 605-562-4080, or 605-562-7727, or on YouTube.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you have been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take Longevity Beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today. Everyone all set? Cocked? Locked? Here we go. Hour number 2 of USAPrepares.com. Captain John Regan's with us, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com. And you can follow along with us, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com. Click on the news tab and follow along with us. Meet up tonight at Jimmy's Egg. I'll be dissecting the news. Then we're going to show a video. And then Mike Wasson's going to be talking about the blue plague and men in black dresses and what to do about it and how to handle them, how to deal with them. Captain John Regan, top of the hour news, they talked about a story where a child shot another child with a gun. And I have a comment about that. Of course, it's a tragedy. And when our children were young, I knew this was a possibility. So what I did was, step number 1, I taught our children about handguns and rifles. And I explained it to them. I had unloaded firearms on the table in front of them, and I showed them what they are and how they work. And I talked to them about safety. And then I showed them a video that reinforced what I talked about safety and how destructive a handgun or a rifle could be. And then I called the sheriff's office and asked a couple deputies to come down and reinforce what I just reinforced. And they actually did. They came in uniform and they met with our children, and they were firing on our rifle range and pistol range at the farm. Our children and supervised by the sheriff's deputies. 2 deputies came, and they thought that was kind of neat. everybody did. The children as well as the deputies thought it was really interesting that I asked them to come over to reinforce this. Now, what I told our children was that if you're at a friend's house and one of your friends says, "Hey, look what my dad's got," and opens a drawer and pulls out a handgun, you are to say, "Put the gun down. Put it down right now," and would leave the room. Okay? That's what I told our children. And I taught one of our children, he wanted to shoot a rifle. Actually, he wanted to shoot an M1 carbine. And I said, "Are you sure?" And he was 6 years old. And he said, "Yeah, Dad, I want to shoot an M1 carbine." I said, "Okay." So we went out to the rifle range on the farm, and I put one cartridge in it, and I explained, over and over again how this all works. And we're going to point the muzzle downrange, that kind of thing. And I showed him where to hold it, how to hold it, hold on tight. And he fired that one round and immediately started crying. It scared him that much. He was 6 years old. So he's the same guy that I taught how to ride a motorcycle at 4 years old, a little Honda Z50 with 8-inch wheels, really small, 50cc motorcycle. So all of our children have learned how to ride motorcycles, stick shift, cars and trucks, and four-wheelers. They all know how to shoot. They've all been trained in karate. 2 of them are black belts. One of them took 3rd place at the Disney Wide World of Sports in fighting. So that's what I think you should consider doing. A little tangent there, but that's about safety and protection. John Regan, back to you.
I'm going to pick up with the bigger picture, and I want to let you know I've already apologized to Becky because she has this drinking game where if I push your button, she takes a drink. And for tonight, I'm going to have to move the Berkey to her office so she doesn't have to go to the kitchen for refills.
So it's a drink of Berkey?
Yeah, Berkey water.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So wait, I just want to make sure I understand. If you push my button, she has to drink, or if you don't push my button, she has to drink?
If I push your button.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just sit next to the Berkey.
So let me read what I've titled the links. Getting the lead out. Guess what's a disability now? Ghost ships. Judicial fairness. Court-ordered identity theft. And why spy tech will get worse. So first up, California officially bans hunters from using lead bullets. And we could get into quite a discussion on that, but there's a couple of paragraphs closer to the bottom that talks about the problem with non-lead bullets being more expensive, for one thing, and another issue is ammo makers are not willing to make these bullets because of federal regulations, and the ATF has to approve non-lead bullets being sold on the market. And another problem is that these greener bullets also tend to be deadlier for law enforcement, which, with the guy with the pin on the phone wants to ban that type of ammo. Next up, the disability. Puerto Ricans who can't speak English qualify as disabled for Social Security. And there's just so many. I'm just going to have to run through these. America has a reserve navy. They've got ships and mothballs. In 1950, this reserve fleet had over 2,200 ships. By April of last year, it's 122. So again, you got to think those countries and organizations out there that want to do the United States harm, they've got to really be scared of the guy with the pin and the phone and these 100 ships that, oh boy, I don't think I'd want to sail in them. There's pictures there. We've got a judge showing how kind and considerate he is. He's reduced this, what would normally be a mandatory 25-year sentence to life, to 10 years, because a man who raped a 3-year-old covered her mouth because he didn't intend to harm her. Isn't that sweet? We also have a bankruptcy federal judge who's ordered a guy to commit identity theft against himself. He's, as part of this business bankruptcy, and this guy made very, very few posts on his personal Facebook account concerning his business. He's having to turn over that Facebook account to somebody else, which is explicitly against Facebook terms and conditions. And this last one, which will end up tying into spy tech, why spy tech will get worse. Biometrics is making it more difficult for the intelligence community to conduct clandestine operations because, just like them being able to identify those of us out in the world, unfortunately the spies are out there too. So you're going to, at least in my opinion, see more and more technology out there doing the spying because humans are too easy to pick out. Vincent?
Oh, man. You want me to respond to this? I guess you do.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with getting the lead out, okay? Getting the lead out. Now, of course I have a huge problem with that. So we're going to take lead out of cartridges in California. Now, I believe that was unanimously voted upon, right? I mean, no one disagreed with all those who, unanimous vote. The commission opted to phase out lead bullets. Okay, now, there is no .22 cartridge I know of other than something called Colibri, which has a plastic projectile, and that's just for plinking in the living room. If you want to use your .22 handgun in the living room, you'd use these Colibri cartridges, which is really a plastic projectile with a primer with no powder in it. Okay, so obviously it's just for plinking in the living room or in the house or something like that, maybe in the backyard in the city. Other than that, the cartridges that I know of that are .22 caliber are .22 shorts, longs, and long rifles. And the longs have been, nobody buys longs that I know of, and hardly anybody buys .22 shorts. So most of the people who buy .22s buy long rifles. The long rifles that I know of are either copper washed or are lead. And they might be like brass washed. So they appear to be a brass projectile, but it's really lead. They might appear to be copper, but it's copper wash. It's lead. And they're lubricated with wax lead bullets. All right. That means that the .22 rifle barrels of years and years and years, like, my Winchester .22 or my Mossberg .22 or my Winchester Model 52 target rifle, or Anschutz or something like that. Those are all designed to shoot lead projectiles out of a .22 long rifle cartridge. If we use something harder than lead, we're going to destroy the barrels. So no one in his right mind is going to use anything other than lead. So if we can't get lead, that renders those rifles useless. I think that's the plan. So who are these people? Who are these people who have engineered this? Every one of them is, in my opinion, committing a crime against us because they really want to destroy our property and make it useless, worthless. I mean, other than having a wall hanger, a .22 rifle that is made with wood, like a wood stock, and a steel barrel. That's designed to shoot lead, and nothing harder than lead. Lead's soft and pliable. So that's why we use lead. Well, I have a problem on many levels with what California is going to do. So if you want to buy ammunition for that rifle or that pistol or that shotgun, and there are many shotguns that use lead pellets and can't handle steel pellets. The new and improved steel pellets. Many shotguns can't handle that. It will destroy the barrels. So now what are we going to do? Well, looks like California is banning it. Serious problem. All right, what about the military? They want to get the lead out, but the military is buying up lead ammunition like crazy. They're buying so much of it, there's none for us. And they litter the entire planet with it. And to make it better, they add uranium, depleted waste uranium, to the projectiles to even further pollute. So there's two groups. There's the government, and then there's us. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. See economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression. Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you have been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
So bottom line is, class, make sure you get those cartridges that you need, and I would suggest that you consider getting a lifetime supply, and don't waste them. Don't waste cartridges, okay, because they're going to be harder and harder to get. Matthew in Texas, you're on with Captain John Regan and me, Vincent Finelli. Welcome.
Hey, Vince. Good to talk to you again. I called you in last week and curious about tax avenues and stuff like that for the business. I thought you were going to do a show about that today. And
I wanted to do a show about that today, and Captain John Regan had so many things to talk about that I yielded to what he wanted to talk about. But I'll tell you very quickly. It's very simple. Let's say you want to start a business, and you decided that you want to start a business. You've done that in your mind. And by the way, class, don't believe anything I say. Research this for yourself, and that prevents me from, or helps protect me from being sued if you do something that you didn't fully think out. But anyway, you decide that you want to have a business, and you create that decision, and it's in your mind, and you don't have to apply or anything. You just decide you're going to start a business. And then you come to Jimmy's Egg tonight. Okay. Well, that trip is an educational trip because I teach business principles at Jimmy's Egg. So now the trip to Jimmy's Egg is a tax deduction. The 56.5 cents a mile, your meal at 100% because it's educational, and the trip back home. That's all in the tip. That is a tax deduction against your income because you've started a business. Now, if you have a job that goes with it, that expenditure that you've made at Jimmy's Egg tonight for your business education is a tax deduction against your income from your job. Now, the idea is the plan is to make a profit in your business, but there's no law that says you have to make a profit because there are plenty of businesses that are unable to make a profit. Now, what's your business? You might decide that, heck, I'm into this preparedness and survival thing. So what I'll do is I'm going to create a blog. So now the cost of your internet is a tax deduction. The DSL line is a tax deduction. And the software and web hosting and all that is now a tax deduction against your business because you have this blog. And what's the blog? Well, the blog is about survival products, and you want to review them and teach people about different survival products or about farming. Okay. And let's say you want to teach people about sheep. So you go and buy a couple of them and you report on it and you start teaching people about sheep, and you hope to get some advertisers on your website. Okay. Your blog. That's the purpose of being in business. You want to get some advertisers and sponsors. Now, so the feed for the sheep, the animal injections, the tools and so forth to raise the sheep, and the fencing and all that is part of your business. Or if you've decided to be this survival guru and you want to share what your experiences are in your blog about evaluating survival products, those become business expenses. So let's say you want to report on what it's like to live in a bunker, for a weekend. So you get the backhoe, you rent the backhoe, or you buy a backhoe and you apportion the cost of the backhoe to digging your bunker and the concrete and the rebar and the labor and all that. Then you build this bunker and it ends up being $15,000. And you go, okay, well, I went in the bunker. You know what? It's a little small. So you report on that. Now that's a business expense. Okay. Because you're in the business of teaching people about survival. So what I'm saying is, it sounds like I'm really stretching the limits. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. If that is your business model, that you want to teach people about survival and preparedness, you can. And then what you do is, if you want to have people come over to the farm or the house and say, I want to share with you what I've learned about the bunker. Let's go on. Come on in. And you have a cookout. Now, the cookout's not for a cookout. It's not just to, serve hot dogs and hamburgers and, steaks on the grill. It's really to help people with your business, because now you think, well, maybe I'll get in the bunker building business. So I'll see what it looks like and see if people are interested and invite some potential customers over. So we have a cookout. Okay, so those are that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to be teaching that this weekend at the RK Prepper Show.
You should have Skype on that.
Yeah. One of the things I say, believe it or not, is any of you guys work for the government? Any of you guys on duty? Okay, turn your cameras off. Cell phones, put them away. Now let's talk about business. All right, and so John Regan has agreed to do a special broadcast with me. John, when do you think you want to do this?
It's up to you. But I'll make a comment on the FTC when we get back from the break.
There you go. Okay. Matthew, stick with us through the break, and we'll see if we can answer any of your other questions. Captain John Regan's with us. I'm Vincent Finelli. I know I said that very quickly. I know some of you still have your jaw dropped, saying, did he really say that? Is that bunker tax deduction? Yeah, that's what he said. We'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Gold. It's like nothing else on Earth. From the Romans through the Renaissance, from the Industrial Age to the Space Age, gold has weathered the test of time. For 6,000 years, gold has remained the ultimate store of wealth. According to the World Gold Council and the U.S. Mint, demand is at an all-time high. The stage is being set for the reemergence of gold as the common-sense alternative to a fiat paper currency that gets weaker every day. Midas Resources is proud to offer the hard-hitting report that arms you with the truth you need to protect you and your family from the Fed's plans for your hard-earned money. Don't gamble with your future. Call Midas Resources today and ask for your free copy of As Good as Gold. Call 1-800-686-2237 for the report the Fed hopes you'll never see. As Good as Gold can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. If you have ever thought about owning gold, you must read this report. Call Midas today at 800-686-2237. If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
Can Heart and Body Extract help with other ailments besides heart conditions, high blood pressure, clogged arteries, or unbalanced cholesterol? It did for Karen.
I've been using Heart and Body Extract for approximately 2 weeks. I've had an earwax buildup problem for many years, with over-the-counter stuff not working at all. I had very poor hearing due to this earwax buildup. Well, after 2 weeks of taking Heart and Body Extract, my earwax buildup almost completely cleared up. Could this be the effect of better body circulation?
Heart and Body Extract is an effective 100% organic nutritional supplement specially formulated to allow your body to heal itself.
My hearing is almost completely back to normal. I'm amazed.
Order by calling 866-295-5305 or online at hbextract.com. That's 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Matthew, please stick with us for a second. John Regan, I just want to let you know I'm all excited. I just received an email. It says, I was recently chosen as a potential candidate to represent your, it could be my, professional community in the 2015 edition of Who's Who. Okay? And so 7 billion others and I are potential candidates to be in Who's Who. Can you imagine? I'm honored. John, you in order to be in this, you have to have a pulse. Who are they kidding? Who are these guys kidding? Who's Who? All right. And class, if you're interested in the ProPure water filtration systems, our selection on the website is not up yet. We're migrating to another theme. So Ed Marvini's taking care of that for us. It should be ready next week. So here's what you do. If you're interested in ProPure, we have them in stock. All you have to do is email me and put in the subject line ProPure water filter. And put your phone number and your name there. I'll call you. I'll go over the choices, the prices, and you'll get them at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate, which makes us can I say it? The lowest price in the country. Matthew, John Regan had a comment for you about starting your own business. John, please continue.
Yes, sir. There was another email that Vincent got this weekend. I attended a webinar Friday afternoon. It was 2 hours, so I can't even do a good summary of it in 5 minutes. But it was about the FTC. And once you get through that, you realize the IRS is the good cop. And these guys will spend more of their time going after the big fish than the small fish. The FTC isn't that way. They will go after everybody. Entities don't matter. They can go after your personal assets. The fines are outrageous, and if you don't accept their initial settlement, it can actually end up costing you many times more. And it's not even about running an ethical business. It's about being in compliance with FTC regulations. So I still have to go through some training on this, and I really believe that this needs to be folded in to the business presentation, because just doing your business and being in compliance with the IRS isn't enough. You need to take into account the FTC as well.
That was my question for you, John. You're reading my mind. The only difference is I was going to ask you about the IRS, because I can barely handle my own taxes. Now, I'm going to have a business. I mean, is there somewhere I can go check these regulations? Post a link for me so I can start reading through the 10,000 pages. I'm sure it's there.
Yeah, there's, Vince, I think you know the publication off the top of your head.
Yeah, publication 17. If you go to, just go to a search engine. I'm going to go right there and just type in Pub 17, PUB 17, and comes up with just PUB space 17, the number 17, and it will come up with publication 17. And it's what I would call this is the distilled rule book of how to prepare your income taxes, what the rules are in an overview format. And what I do is I download this and I print it out. And you used to be able to go to your post office and pick up a copy, but I don't think they do that anymore. So you download it as a PDF file and then print it off. And what I do is I read it, and it tells me how the game is played. So for 2014, I can get the publication and write in the margins how I think the words apply to me. So I use my interpretation of their words. So when I get audited, I go, oh, wait a minute, hold it. I've got that. It's right here. I printed it off. It's in a notebook. It's in this. I punched it in 3 holes. It's in a binder. And let's go through it. And here it is. Here's what I thought that meant. Here's what it means to me. Here's why I did what I did. Okay. So it's the rule book, and you would never play ball if you didn't know the rules. You wouldn't play cards with your neighbors or your in-laws or outlaws if you didn't know the rules, right? So why would you put all of your income at risk if you don't know the rules? So class, go to your favorite search engine, type in pub, PUB space 17, download it, and look at the section for business, small businesses, business use of your home, and apply logic. That's what I do. That's how I do it. And, John, what you say is a very valid point. But, most people will say, well, I'll get an attorney and we'll incorporate and we'll, get an attorney involved. That when you do that, when you get an attorney involved, you will be so overwhelmed with costs and rules that it's really hard to get going. So what I do is I just say, well, I'm going to use the golden rule. I'm going to apply logic and fairness, and I'm going to get publication 17, and I'm going to start my business. And if they come after me, so be it. And then, class, if they come after you, send me an email. Call me. My phone number's on the internet. And just at usaprepares.com under contact. You can call me. Please, bear in mind that we do sleep sometimes. But we'll be glad to help you. Make sure you get the name and number of the people who are harassing you, and we'll help make them famous. Matthew?
Awesome. Thank you very much, Vince. John, have a great day. I appreciate it. I'm going to look this up, and then I'll probably bug you later.
Yeah, get publication 17, and, within 1 hour of reading it, just peruse it quickly, and then you're going to be grinning from ear to ear, and you go, wow, I can deduct that. And you can use your imagination. So you dedicate a room in your home as a spare bedroom. Let's just say you have 5 rooms in your home. One spare bedroom, that is now your home office. That's what you use exclusively for your business. It needs to be painted. Oh, well, that paint is now a deduction. You need carpet in there? That's a deduction. You need a lamp? That's a deduction. The electricity, 1/5 of your electricity, that's a deduction. You need a phone? Well, since you just started your business, well, let's just take half the phone bill, okay? And if the IRS says, what are you doing? You can't take half the phone. Well, yeah, actually, I don't make a lot of calls. It's the business that makes the calls, okay? And I had to buy a new phone, by the way. I went to the Chinese factory outlet, and they had one for $20, and I bought it, and that's another deduction.
Yeah, the big things are it's got to be a business and not a hobby, and
right.
It has to be a legitimate business expense. But
right, but your hobby can be your business.
You can turn your hobby into a business.
Yeah, and I like farming. It's my hobby, but it's also my business. So instead of having a hobby, I have a business. I just happen to like it. And Matthew, all this stuff. I mean, I don't have a video here, but I got a lot of equipment surrounding me in the studio. I took 1 room of the house. It is for the business. I spend a lot of time here, and I have no need for all these computers and keyboards and mixers and all the stuff that's in here, the fax machine, the lights, the carpeting. I would have no need for any of this, except it is to run the business. What would that be? That'd be USA Prepares. Now, the problem is I can't figure out how to make it pay me, but I'm trying, and I'm working on my own commercials, and I'm going to sell things on the website at a low price to products that I really like. And you're going to hear some commercials about that coming up. But that's my business. That's what I do. I'm a farmer, and I've got this little radio show, and those are all business deductions. And the same thing is true for John Ragan. John Reagan's got his business. He's written a book. He's trying to sell his books. Well, all the equipment that he has, he doesn't need that stuff. It's for his business. Am I right, John?
Yes, that's the way it works.
When you look at Al Gore and you see these huge monitors and you go, wow, hey, boy, he must have spent a lot of money on that. Well, he didn't. It's his business that spent the money on that. And his business, with that $3,500 a month electric bill that he's got, that's for his business. That's the way it works. And when the Kennedys have that Easter egg roll contest on the lawn at their mansion, that's business. Matthew?
So basically, it's just finding a way to cover my bills now, because I got quail eggs popping out, and I haven't started my business yet. So
no, you did. Actually, well, you should have. You should have started your business. So right now, Matthew, decide that you're starting your business right this second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, going forward, all those things, those expenses, you run to the farm supply to pick up a feeder for your quail. Okay, and the food. Okay, and the supplements that you might want to give them, and the incubator, and the fencing, and all those things. All those things are now deductions. And then if you subscribe to
those now, like even if I start my business today, am I?
Well, you just started it.
A month ago?
I'm sorry, I thought you just started it just now.
No. I've had it a couple of months now. I mean, it's not official. I don't have any a tax ID.
Well, so what? So what? You don't have to have a tax ID to start your business. You can say, I'm starting my business. Okay? And there are things that you need to do. Well, there's a lot of learning that goes on. So you can start your business and then get your tax ID.
And if you start as a sole proprietor, your Social Security number is your ID until you have employees, in which case you would need a taxpayer ID for that.
Yeah, and if I were you, I would try to avoid employees at all costs, because that's when the problems start. That's when the problems start. Seriously. So do it as a sole proprietorship.
But sole proprietor, not an LLC. I thought that would be better, safer. But
well, it depends on if you plan on poisoning people with these quail or quail eggs. So if you think that's a risk, then you can form an LLC.
But you can start with a sole proprietor and then create an LLC.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No reason not to have two. Okay.
And Matthew, I want to thank you for helping John Regan see the light and switching this hour to starting your own business.
Well, I figure you had your buttons pushed enough today.
Yeah. Okay. So, and for any of you who are interested, this weekend at the RK Prepper Show in Indianapolis, Indiana, I'll be speaking on how to start your own business, and I'll take questions. And I'll be there for 2 days. So if you've got some questions for me, even outside the seminar, I'm yours for 2 days. Okay. Seriously. And I've been audited at least 10 times, state, federal, and they hate it. They absolutely hate it because they've got to spend a lot of time educating me and unconfusing me. And you know what?
Yeah.
They never win. They never win. They never win. Hey, Matthew, thanks so much. Appreciate the call. John Regan and I will be right back. And we're at the financialstateoftheunion.com, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com news tab, and we've got more bad news for you. We'll be right back. By now, you know that usaprepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit usaprepares.com. That's usaprepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. usaprepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Gemstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Gemstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
By now, you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins, but did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know bidbit.co. Why? Because bidbit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoin by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your product and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at bidbit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer BidBit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at bidbit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co, bidbit.co.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
Okay, class, it's on the website, usaprepares.com, usaprepares.com. The publication 17 link is right there. Let's go to page 1, usaprepares.com. You can click and download the publication that's going to start saving you money right now. Right now. Start your business. Start your business. Even if you don't know what the business is, decide in your mind that you're going to start your business. And as you do, or after you decide you're going to start your business, then the education materials that you buy are now a tax deduction for starting your business. So I'm going to start my business right now, okay, and I'm going to go to the library and look at books on business. Now, the trip to the library and back and lunch, if you're staying there long enough, is now a tax deduction against your brand new business, even though you don't know what it is. John Regan, back to you.
Let me just blast through SpyTech here. We covered DARPA Vision last hour. Last week we talked about the small, always on, always listening processors. Well, about 4 or 5 of those would fit on the oblong button of a modern smartphone. Well, these computers on the first one, they say about 150 of them would fit in a thimble. I'd guess about 100 would fit on the face of a nickel. They have their own solar cells. It's even worse. And just think, this is what they're saying to the public. What they have in Black Ops has got to be worse. We've got where iris scanners can identify a person from 40 feet away now. Intel and Cray will be building supercomputers for the Department of Energy. And what I found interesting in this, besides more efficient and durable batteries, solar panels, biofuels, it also talks about investigating more effective disease control. Why that would be in the Department of Energy is beyond me. We've talked about Watson, which is IBM's artificial intelligence. You've seen it on Jeopardy and beating grandmasters. Well, they're not the only one. We have Amazon machine learning. So Amazon's getting into this as well. We now have technology that lets people feel holograms with ultrasound. And, I think I wouldn't let my kids have technology these days. I mean, you think sexting is bad. This type of technology is going to put that on steroids. I've got parental car controls, which pretty much says what it is. If you think about all the stupid voters out there who are adults that, the government's their mommy, you can imagine where that goes. There's a $250 device that will turn any home into a smart home, so you might not have to replace all your appliances to be controlled. There's new radar technology that makes things smaller and lighter, so that technology can fit on drones and other places. And the NSA is not only listening to private phone calls, but has also been watching your private parts. You're providing free porn on the internet. Vincent?
Okay. Really simple, John. We had some guests over at the farm over the weekend, and everybody had all of them. Every one of them had a cell phone, and they were all smartphones. And they've been accustomed to carrying them everywhere, just in case there's an emergency, someone has to contact them, right? Well, I'm going to leave on our front, side, and back doors. No cell phones. No cell phones. And I think I'm going to put a sign up right at the gate. I'm going to keep the gate locked. No cell phones. And the reason is I don't want anyone else coming to our farm with their cell phone that can be, well, hey, GPS, hey, they're at the Finelli's farm. So I suggest that we dump our cell phones. Seriously, all of us, dump our cell phones because they are devices that are spying on you, and you're allowing it.
Well, then you'd have to dump all the cars, too.
Well, and the other thing is what they're going to, and John, here's what they're doing. They're putting up more cell phone towers. Class, tell your farmer friends or these people who are willing to sell you out by putting more cell phone towers on their property. They are allowing more and more spying through the wireless networks. You've got to stop it. You've got to stop these cell phone towers from being erected in a location near you. Farmers, gang up on any farmer who is thinking about putting a cell phone tower on his property for that $900 a month to allow more spying on you. It's an invasion of your privacy. Well, John, you hit another button. John, thanks so much for being with us. John Regan, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com. Class, above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal service.
Today.